Can I get that handshake on point now? Yes! Handshake on point. Woo! Hello everybody, welcome to my little corner of the YouTube world. My name is Benjamin Panther. Thanks for clicking on the video. In today's guide, I want to go over Wukong. He's a very powerful Warframe. One of the things that makes him so strong is his first ability here, Celestial Twin. You have an ally to fight with you at all times, and that ally is actually very powerful. And that ally will still fight for you even if you have to run to get a new drink, get a snack, or go to the bathroom. Your buddy's got your back. Your twin is always there for you. He does have a passive when he takes fatal damage. Over the course of 3 times during the mission, he can activate one of his survival techniques. We'll look at those in a little bit, but basically you don't die. You get a cool buff instead of dying. Celestial 10 we'll go over in great detail in just a little bit. It's a friend that fights with you at all times. Cloud Walker is a great way to traverse the map. It's a good way to get to enemies, and then when you go through it, it heals you and your twin. You can use this in spy missions to get through lasers, bypass enemies. It's awesome. Defy is awesome because it really reflects all of the damage that enemies do to you back to them. It gives you an armor buff, stacks up to 1,500 for both you and your twin. And then Primal Fur is when you bring out your monkey staff and you just destroy everything. Here's some tips it goes through, but I just want to go to the last part here. These are the different passives you can get when the first 3 times that you die in a mission. So as you see there, triple elemental damage for 60 seconds, invisible for 30 seconds, invulnerable for 30 seconds, extra loot for 60 seconds, and 4 times more effective orbs. So pretty awesome. That's all the big stuff about his abilities. Let's go into his gameplay here, and I just gotta show off my fashion frame here. This is my standard. I'll make him look like an evil entity, like a Sith Lord. Here's my Pennywise. You're like, I don't care about any of this. And then there's my Joker. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go into here. This is just my loadout for right now. None of that really matters. I've built him pretty standard, nothing too crazy. Just I want him to be pretty tanky. Put in some melee arcanes here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up some enemies here. Let's grab 20 of these guys, level 60. Let's simulate them. First things first, if I go into the mission, I can choose to fight these guys, or I can activate my clone by pushing my first ability here. And then my clone is going to go around, and right now I have my primary weapon on, so he is going to melee. Now when I switch to my melee weapon, he's now going to be the one fighting. And one thing I love to do with this, since he's now the one fighting, if I stand in front of him, I can block by holding down your right click on PC. I can block all the ability, so I can be the front line, avoiding any damage that these guys do, while he just shreds people. Now if I go and I click on an enemy, are they all dead? If I go and click on an enemy with my first ability, see that little marker above their head? It means he's going to do double damage to that target and then prioritize that target. So use it on high priority targets like the nullifiers, the ancients, and whenever you see somebody, go ahead and mark them again. If I want to cancel him, I have to hold down that ability. It's always sad when it happens. It looks so depressing. And then this is one of the cool tricks with this guy here. You can actually like wave to him if you want to. You can do cool like things together. You can actually make him do like a handshake if you were standing really close to each other, so it's kind of fun. Okay, so that's the first ability. The second ability is for you to travel pretty far pretty quickly, and this also heals you. So if you're in a big battle and you got a lot of enemies around you and you look, oh man, I'm about to die, hit this. This is your way to escape, and it heals you and your ally at the same time. And then here's something really cool. Let's get some more enemies out here. Let's grab, instead of level 20s, let's make these guys level 160s. Gonna simulate these bad boys here. We're gonna traverse the map to get to these guys as quick as possible. Now they're gonna start doing damage. We're going to use our Defy ability. All the damage that I absorb, I then redirect all to all the enemies around me, and it counts on me and my twin. So see my twins over there. So it's a great way, another way to survive. Wukong's a very, very tanky, very survivable Warframe here. So let's see these guys. Let's go ahead and do it again. Whee! Bink! And then I want him to get rid of that guy, so let's go ahead and put them on there. Let's say I'm hurting. I'm going to go back here for a second. There we go. So really, oops, my bad. really powerful ally to have on your team. If you do fall off the map, I do believe it does cancel him. Yeah, I meant to do that, of course. Okay, so now for Primal Fury, which is your ult here, the staff. If you just use the regular attack, he does a sweeping AoE attacks. If I hold down the right trigger, or if I hold down aim, sorry, then he will do a slam attack that staggers enemies. And if I push forward and aim, he'll do a very large, like, piercing attack here in a straight line that goes very far. So let's see some of that in action. Oh, this guy's annoying. So there's my range. Let's stagger him here. Boom, boom, boom. He was definitely too low level for that. But anyways, that's kind of how you can use your ult. And it comes with its own mod slot. So it's an actual thing on your loadout here. And you can build this however you like. I got a couple different. This is my standard one I go with here. Have fun with it. Make whatever you want to do. So let's make it a little bit harder. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's put in some heavy gunners, level 160s. Let's get 20 of these bad boys. Okay, let's bring out my clone. Let's go ahead. Oops, I castify too early. Woo! These are level 160, so these guys are pretty powerful. Let's go ahead and let them do some damage to me so I can show you my passive. So see, I didn't die. Should do it again. Alright, there we go. So we're getting some cool buffs here. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to heal ourselves. So let's say, oh no, we're running. It's a good way to reposition. Kind of gather ourselves here. We're going to try to bring out my melee weapon. We're going to try tank for this guy now. Hard part is sometimes he doesn't want to stay behind you. You sometimes don't get all the damage if someone's like a little bit off to the side. But see, now I'm kind of like his bodyguard. These guys here. You would really never fight this many heavy gunners at one time. It would be a little bit ridiculous. But that's kind of gives you an idea what you can do against the enemies, kind of protecting your buddy while he's got your back for you. Now, a cool trick. If I come in here and I take off my melee weapon. So now I have just a primary and my secondary. So now, if I bring my clone out again, we both have my primary. Even if I switch to my secondary, he's ready to rock and roll with my primary. So let's say, man, I'm so tired of him running around the map trying to physically get to enemies to kill them. If you just want to have your primaries going, you can definitely do it. Okay, so another really cool thing. Let's bring it down to just one heavy gunner here. We're going to simulate this guy. So your second ability is used to heal yourself and cover distances. It also staggers the enemy like this, which opens them up to like finisher combos to do like a lot of damage. Okay, another cool concept is when you have your twin out and he is using your primary weapon, he does not consume any ammunition for you. So if you switch away from the weapon and he uses it for a long time, you come back, you're not just like, oh man, I have no ammo. On the cool side of that too, let's say you are completely out of ammo, so which is what I'm doing right here. I'm going to shoot all of my shots here. We're going to bring out my clone and we're going to make him use my primary and see what happens here. So as you saw, my dread was completely out of ammo and he's still firing upon the enemy. So just shows you he doesn't consume any ammunition. It doesn't even matter if your weapon is completely out. Let's go ahead and make him do double damage here. Whoa, pinned him to the wall. Goodness gracious, severed his body and pinned his half to the wall. So something cool about that, it doesn't consume any ammunition for you. And we can do that again. So now I'm full ammunition. If I bring out another guy and I switch my clone, let him take fires here, knock him out, little buddy. Oops, there you go. So he definitely shot there. If I switch back my dread, I'm still at 72, which is what I had originally. So he doesn't consume any ammo. He doesn't need any ammo in the gun to even use it. Can I get that handshake on point now? Yes, handshake on point. Woo. So earlier I was talking about Wukong. The twin will fight for you even if you're really not even in the room. So like we're gonna do a mobile defense mission here, and usually when I play Wukong, I immediately just start flying to the objective. I want to kill enemies along the way I can, but it's just such a fast way to traverse the map. So we are close. We are already here. So let's go ahead. Oops. Let's go ahead and bring out my clone, and then I'm gonna elect to choose my melee weapon here. So I can kind of just chill. I can hang out. And then my clone is going to really fight all the guys. Okay, so I can kind of go AFK if I ever needed to. I can kind of go hang out. I can go play with the dog. I can go for a little walk or whatever I want to do. I can just stand here, and then he's just going to make sure that everything's dead because his AI is very aggressive. If somebody comes up that he doesn't see or behind me, I can always click on them with my ability to make him forced to attack that same enemy again, and he'll do double damage. But I'm really just kind of chill just to sit here. I could even hide my Warframe if I wanted to. So I want to be in a safe spot, not take any damage. He's going to take care of everything for me. So that's one of the reasons why I really like Wukong, especially on those long grind missions where you just have to defend and defend and defend. And he's not consuming any ammunition. Put whatever weapon you want to have in there. Put your strongest weapon. I usually use the Ignis Wrath just because he can destroy waves of enemies at a time. So now we go to our second one here. Oh, and if the objective ever starts taking damage, you can literally just stand in front of it and then cast Defy. You'll pretty much absorb all damage, kind of like Nyx. And then there's a couple big targets. Let's get rid of those guys here. There we go. Let's say, hey buddy, there's one over here. Looking pretty solid. But anyways, that's a great way to play with Wukong. And of course, you can always attack too. If you're like, no, I just want extra help, I'm gonna keep attacking. By all means, attack with your monkey. You want to stand in front of the objective and guard it. You want to block for it so it doesn't take any damage. Be like the goalie in a soccer match. You can do that. Okay, so he killed a bunch of enemies up here. Another cool thing, I have a companion equipped that has a vacuum mod on there, so there's a bunch of things to pick up. I'm going to run through here. Let's see, they're all following me. So you can, it's a quick way to collect a lot of things around the map also. There's a mod following me. There we go. So now we can just sprint, or what would you call this? Cloud dash to the finish line, I guess. So that's one really cool thing about him. Defense missions become very easy because you have a buddy that's very aggressive, will attack everything for you. If I just switch out to my melee weapon, I can block the target. I can defy, so we both stay alive. I can absorb all the damage that would normally go to it. I can obviously help him. Or if I need to, I can just AFK, which is excellent for those long grinds, because as you and I both know, this is a grindy game. Okay, so another really cool thing about Wukong is that when you're doing spy missions, the Cloud Rocker ability lets you bypass lasers. So traditionally, Corpus have a high amount of lasers inside of their spy missions. You would have to normally skillfully and patiently jump and wait for the right opportunity and not mess up and all that fun stuff. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to go just full bore into that thing. Full monkey. Okay, so first area. Ooh, auto hack. Here we go. Lasers. Normally you'd have to go through this guy very carefully. This, not really worried about it. There is a camera up here. Camera can't see me either. Okay, do be careful with doors apparently. Doors are hard. Whatever. Okay. Let's do this guy right here. Always start with a 3, start with what you know, and work your way around from there. So there we go. We didn't have to stop any lasers or shoot any cameras. We could have if we wanted to, but we didn't. Alright, let's check out the second one here and see what the lasers look like. Perfect. This is exactly the one that I was thinking about. Wing! That was easy mode. Wow, 3 auto breaches in a row. Well, that works. Okay. Let's see what this third one has to offer for us here. Oh, sweet. Perfect. There we go. Somebody big in here. Thank you. Start with 3s and then work around the way from there. Good. And there is the spy mission. Whoop. And there you have it. Spy missions made easy mode. Anyways, that is my quick guide on Wukong. I hope you enjoyed it. He's very customizable. He's very tanky. He can travel really fast. I mainly use him to AFK farm if I ever want to alt-tab, play a different game, and still be farming relics. I've literally done that before. This is a great Warframe. Your twin makes this character very powerful. If you like my video, let me know you liked it. If you like my content, sub to my channel. I hope you all have a great day. Peace out.